everybody. For truly this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. God, all morning I've been trying to get on here to live. All morning it has been kicking me out. I do not know. I don't understand the purpose behind it. It's acting crazy, but I'm grateful that it has me up here for the moment. Good morning, everybody.
Lord, you are good. You've been so good. Lord, you are good. You've been better than good. I can't praise you enough. I owe you my life. Can't praise you enough. Even if I tried, 'cause you've been so good. You've been so good. You've been so good to me. Can we say, my life, can't praise you enough, even if I try. Oh, you've been so good to me. Oh, say, Lord, you've been so good. You've been better to me than I've been to myself. Yes, you are good. I can praise you enough. Oh, you my Lord. I can praise you enough, Lord. Even if I try. 'Cause you've been so good. You've been so good to me. Yes, you have. Oh, see, Lord. When I was going through the storm, he's been so good to me. Yes, he has. Can we lift our hands and open up our mouths and begin to worship God? See, so many Lord, so many ways you made, so many times you healed me. Has God healed anybody's body in here? So many doors, and so many ways you made for me. So many times you hear me. I know I wasn't deserving of it, but you did anyway. So many doors, so many ways, so many times you hear me. I remember when he healed my mind. So many times, so many ways, so many times you hear me. You've been better than good to me. So many times, so many times. Oh, you've been better than good to me. So many times. me. God has answered me to myself.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to Morning Manna. Another day that God has allowed us to wake up, another chance that He has given us to say thank you. Before we go any further, before I say anything, just take a moment out and begin to give God glory. Begin to lift Him up. Begin to give Him praise right where you are. Just begin to tell Him that He is worthy of a praise. He is worthy of the honor. He is worthy, because regardless of whatever it is that I may have been through, am going through, or God may be getting ready to take me through, God is still worthy of a praise. Come on, somebody. Begin to give God glory right where you are, for He is truly worthy of a praise. All morning, all morning, I've been trying to get online, and it has been kicking me out. It restarted my phone. I even tried to get on through a tablet. It would not let me on. I'm saying, like, this is crazy. Why can't I get on? And then God dealt with me, and God says there's going to be plenty of times that the enemy's going to throw whatever he can to interfere with you or anyone else trying to get to the place that God intended for them to be. It's going to be many times that they're going to pray, they're going to face, and the enemy is going to do all he can to try to interfere with their process. But I need to let them know, and I need you to know, that whenever the enemy is getting ready to come in and try to interfere with what it is that I'm trying to do, I need them to know, and I need you to know, that I am still God. And beside you, there is no other. I'm learning that regardless of whatever it is that it may come, God is still God. The enemy may try to come up against the line, but it does not interfere with what God is going to do. The enemy may try to come in and interfere with whatever it is that God has said, but it does not stop the enemy from doing whatever it is that he's. Let me say something. I realize that the enemy is on his job. It's time for us to get on ours. Um, the enemy is on his job, but it's time for me. It's time for us to get on ours. I want to deal with you. I want to talk this morning from this. Um, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? A lot of times whenever we get to a place where we are in obscurity, when we're in a place where we are unsurety, and we need reassurance of where we are and the direction we're going in. We're asking ourselves, what in the world, or what am I doing? And when I was asking that, what it was, God dealt with me, and God says this. God says, um, that it shall be like a tree planted by rivers of water that bring forth fruit in due season, and whatsoever you do with shall prosper. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The word do means that there is something that must be done. There is something that has to be dealt with. There is something that must be faced, something that we have. A lot of times we think that faith is enough, that we believe that if I trust God, if I can recite enough scriptures, if I can hold on to one and dance enough, if I can just you know if I just get to the right thing. But the truth is, a lot of times that we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing? We're waiting on blessings from God, and we're waiting for God to move. And the truth of the matter is that even though we're waiting on God, God has said, you're not waiting on me, because I've already decreed and declared victory over your life. But victory comes through what you do. So if you do nothing, there is no victory. If you do not move, then there is no victory. If you only way you win a battle is if you enter the battle. The only way that you overcome is if you move through. It's everything that we're asking for, or we're trying to get to. It's possible. I don't. This thing has been acting crazy all morning. So, um, one of the things that I realize is that when you're talking about you're trying to do what God has called you to do, when I realize that you're talking about trying to live the life that God has called you to live, then the thing about it is that you're going to find yourself in a lot of situations, and a lot of times that you're going to find yourself as stopping in the moment to see what you're doing. See, a lot of times, you know, we talk about, I'm waiting on God before I can make this action, or I'm waiting on God before I do this thing. And one of the things I realize is that in order for us to be able to get to the place that God has intended for us, there is something we have to do in the here in order to get to the there. There is something that must be done in the here. When God, watch this, he says, if my people who call my name would humble themselves and pray, seek my face, there's a procedure, there's a process in order to get to the end. He says, then will I hear from him and I will heal the land. And that means that every time that God decides to get to a place, he says, Romans 10:9, if you confess out of your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart, see, it's confession and belief, the thing that you must do in order to receive. See, a lot of times we get to the point when we're talking about trying to get the things of God. When you're talking about trying to receive, there's something that must be done in your part. There's a contract. In a contract, and anytime there's a contract, and that's what a covenant is with God. It is a contract. Whenever you are in a covenant, anytime you are in that, what it is God is trying to let us know there is something that must be done in your side in order for us to meet the agreement of what's on mine. So God said, yes, I can heal you, but there's a process. Yes, I can deliver you, but there's a process. Yes, I can turn your situation, but there's a process. And in order for you to be able to turn, there's a positioning that you must make in order to open up that opportunity. I'm learning that everything that God has, I used to say, well, I'm gonna pray and ask God to give. And then God dealt with me on that. And God said, you're not asking me to release it because I've already released it. When Jesus said it was done, it was finished, I've already completed that. It's already been accomplished. What you're doing is you're coming to me in prayer to ask me about the procedure in which how to get it. You're coming to me and asking me about how to be postured for the gift. So then what I've come to find out is that what God started dealing with me with for me to get to the place that I intended, I have to show you what it is that still I intended for your life. So then what God does is God steps in and he begins to reach from the inside and he begins to build for where it is that you're going, not for where you are. So a lot of times while you're looking at your life trying to figure out how to get, watch this, how am I going to it's not about how to get through. It's focused on how to get to. And you keep your vision on how to get to. Then you have no go through because you can't get to without successfully completing wherever you are.